Look at my stick, my cane. Cool, eh? It's a cribbage stick. You can play a game of crib on it. Awesome, man. I got like 3 of them so far. I just gotta sand these and then put a clear coat on it. Here's one I made already. I used a wood burning thing here. Okay. Awesome, man. Woohoo! This one's diamond willow. And these ones are spruce. And yeah, if we see sticks like this on the trail, we'll get them, okay? And we'll make more cribbage sticks. Awesome, awesome. But anyways, I'm just waiting for my drone to charge, and my my GoPro, and then we'll go set these game cameras. Remember these couple, like we pulled a couple about a month ago. Well, we set them, okay? We got a couple of them. These will last a long time. We'll set them down our trail somewhere so we could see what's on our trails. Hopefully wolves, wolverines, link, all those goodies. And what else I was gonna say? Oh yeah, I should practice my microphone. I haven't been using it, but we'll use it today, okay? Awesome, awesome. It's DJ Mic 2, I believe. Awesome, awesome. Okay? Okay. So as soon as my drone and that's charged, we'll head her down the trail, okay? Okay. Awesome, awesome. Oh, you know what else I made? I made some pretty cool baskets. I put spruce roots on top of this one with spruce roots, like a spruce root rim and a spruce roots to hold it down. And I tucked it in. I got another I made a template. See? And I just put it together like this. I put it into the hole. And then I lock it in there. Well, like so. And then it locks in there. And then I just cut a circle. And I put a circle for the bottom. I know it's not done anyway, but it's Robert's way. So a rainy day, I got some downstairs, some birch bark, and I got some spruce roots too, but one of these days we'll get more, and we'll make a couple. Okay? Awesome. And what else I made is a boat. See? A canoe. See? This is a willow, spruce roots, and bark, birch bark. Awesome. So a rainy day, I'll show you how I made those. Okay? Okay. It's a big bear, right? But one of these days, we should cut a trail into there for rat root. This is where I went for rat root. We call it, we'll call it the rat root trail, okay? Yup, yup, yup. This is where we had that one marten set, but we never caught anything. Water's pretty low. I don't like how that bear wasn't scared of me back there. It was a huge bear. Old motorbike. Old burnt trailer. I guess right here would be a good place for a campsite. If we were gonna build one. Just maybe. We'll go follow this trail a little bit and then we'll put one down there, okay? Oh, before it gets too late. I only got the one shout out. I'd like to give a shout out to Dallas and Annette Custer from Pelican Narrows, Saskatchewan. Awesome, awesome. Woo-hoo. I'll see if this old Garmin works and then I'll give you my coordinates right here. So if you're learning, I'll... Awesome. I don't see any moose tracks or anything, but I see like padded feet, I guess. So I'm hoping it's some wolves or wolverines or link. Awesome. But anyways, we'll set it up here. I'll show you the place for a long time ago. They cleared out this spot a long time ago. Brushed it right out. And they made benches. And there's a log cabin over there. A couple outhouses over there. This side and that other side. And now it all grew up. This is an old trail. Our old trail, we used to come out this way. And there's a yappy tree there. If you guys remember the yappy tree, where I made a fire and told stories, cooked a chicken or whatever. But anyways, I did a whole scene just right now, but I never plugged in my microphone. Oh, that turned it on. This is just to see what kind of animals got on our trail. The Res Trapper Trail. And my fingers are crossed that nobody comes and takes these. Okay? Okay. Let's go. You don't pick tagga in spring or summer. You pick it when there's like 20 days of -5 weather. So that's when the sap's not running. So that's when you pick it. And the way I use it is I got an old coffee machine and I got an old steel mesh in there. So I could just reuse that steel mesh. And I'll dry it and then I'll bust it up into really fine, not fine, but there's chunks. And then you're not supposed to boil it, so I use the old coffee machine, like I was saying, and I put it in the filter, and then I put like maybe 5 cups through, and it'll come out really strong coffee. And then I'll put that in a thermos, and I'll drink it in a couple of days. And if I want more tagga, I just pour more water in it, and then use the same tagga that I put in there before. I use it over and over until it's just real light brown, and not like it was before. So that's how I use it. And I usually have like a cup a day, maybe less, not every now and then. Okay? Okay, let's go. I'll show you that tagga one more time. See, you harvest it when the sap's not running. So I took some and it's already grown back. That's why you leave some. Okay? Okay. Wow, a lot of bugs. A lot of bugs bugging me. Okay. Well, here's my position. See? You see it? You can see it there. Awesome. So I'm at this exact spot. If you're learning or teaching your kid about coordinates, you can find me by putting that in. Okay? Hope you can see it. All I gotta do is just mark it. Waypoint 006. Save. So easy. This is old too. Winter time it wasn't any good because the battery would die real quick. So how's this mic? If it's working, it's alright, eh? My breathing's still not... I must have got ammonia or something. But I should have went to the doctor too. Okay, let's go set that other one. We'll find another place. Okay? Okay. Awesome, awesome. Woohoo! I don't know if you could see it, but look at that fire just cooking over there. That's that one, that Patry fire. That's its third year. Going farther and farther and farther. And closer. Wow. Yep, yep, yep. I know. I'll fly your drone again. But I need to practice. Practice everything. Even my microphone. Get better and better and better. I even should get back into photography. Yep. My watermark on my photography was Nagana Images. That means Bushman Images. We'll just take a fast flight again, okay? Okay. Awesome.
Come all you young rounders, and a story I'll tell of the promise of heaven and the warning of hell. Take heed where you ramble, or too soon you will go. Way up on the hillside where the new flowers grow. Well, he met in the springtime, the sun singing low. Two star-crossed lovers in the still melting snow, where the loving was easy and the courting was brief. Well, they called her a beauty, they called him a thief. In the quiet of the evening, they'd steal away, where the laughter would flow and the fiddle would play. Well, the folks called it wrong, but hell, it seemed alright in the sun-painted picture, and the day turned to night. Come up on the hillside, we'll have a time. If you'll bring the kisses, honey, I'll bring the wine. Keep your heart guarded, or too soon it'll fall. When one walks back home, honey, only one knows it all. Well, she walked up the hillside alone one day, and the heart is a hunter, always knows of its prey. And her father's old pistol hanging loose by her side. When she aimed once, she never shot twice. Well, the air was so still, and the sky was so blue. Before she could see them, the laughter she knew. She heard two shots ring out down in the town. There was three on the hillside, but only one headed down. I was just a baby, walked up the hillside, saw two mounds of clay. I'll always remember, and I'll never go back up the hillside where the new flowers grow. Come all you young rounders, and a story I'll tell of the promise of heaven and the warning of hell. But take heed where you ramble, or too soon you will go.
That bear got me kind of spooked. It was too bold. Like it was big too. But anyways, we'll just head her back from here, and then we'll set the other game camera down the hill somewhere. And yeah. That fire's still going, man. Wow. Back in the day, my first ever fire, I think they called it the tan fire, because it was by the Satany River. It was just a small creek, and we hooked our pump up there and everything. We seen a big, was a swan. It was just trying to fly, but it was too narrow, eh? Oh, the first time I ever seen a swan that big. But anyways, we set up our pump, and we start spraying on the fire. And this one part of the fire we couldn't get water to, so we got a guy named Snuffy. Yeah, Snuffy. He was good with dynamite, but that first hole, we went in a muskeg and he blew the first hole, but he blew it straight up, like, and then it all fell back in a hole. So when we put a pump in there, it'll clog up that pump. So the second hole, we made it a little farther, and he blew it sideways, so that was good. And when it filled up, we got water out of it. But that's the first time that was the only time we used dynamite on a fire. And the wind picked up, really picked up. Trees are falling, everything, because all the soil was burnt around the roots, eh? So they're just falling and smoke, and I was carrying dynamite. Holy, and it just got thick with smoke. Finally, we hit a cut line, and it was a cut line towards camp. So we went right to camp. Oh, we were scared, man. And they made me cook that fire. That was just the first fire, and I was no cook, so I cooked all the canned food first, like put it all in one big pot. Look. And I didn't know we had meat. All the meat spoiled at the helipad. By the time I got to the meat, and but yeah, I cooked all the canned food first. Yeah, that was tan fire. I thought all the fires are gonna be like that, but no, that's just my first fire. It was crazy. The rest were just like muskeg fires and mopping up and stuff like that. Yeah, I fought a lot of fires, like a lot of fires. That was our usually income, eh? Like we followed the crowd, like the older people and friends. They all fought fire in the summer. Every summer we fought fire until I went unit crew, and we didn't have a unit crew. Well, we had one. We made one. We went from $6.80 an hour right to $19, no matter what you did, because you get paid more as a pump operator and a chainsaw operator. I think it was $7.40 for a pump operator and $7.80 for chainsaw operator. Everyone else had to grab the saw, because it paid more. But yeah. And then our unit crew, we didn't have another. We only went to unit crew once. About 22 of us got together and we did a course just close by here, and we got all of us passed. So it was a 20-man crew. And then the next year we tried to do a 20-man crew again, and 2 people never showed up. And we waited, and finally the instructor said, "No, sorry, it's not a 20-man crew." So we left, and then I found work up in Liard running chainsaw at that time. Like, I ran chainsaw in the mountains. It was fun up there. But anyways, yeah. Too bad it didn't go unit crew, and all of us would had a lot more experience, because we're listening to the elders on the crew. That's how we learned, and by our mistakes too. But yeah, one time we're having lunch on a cut line. Right here's the afterburn, and there's the burn. We're having lunch right there on a cut line, and pretty soon, whoo! We look in. There's a bear. Oh, bear really close, and we started running. All us young guys just started running, and Jackie Badine and Joey Dantra was the oldest ones on there. Joey was our crew boss. Said, "Stop!" He told us to stop. Get back here. The bear's gonna chase you. Just stay in a group. And sure enough, and then he phoned the helicopter. Helicopter took about an hour to get to us. That bear kept fake charging us and everything, but we stayed in the group, so everything was safe. See, that's how we learned off the seniors out there. And nowadays they're sending young kids out there. Most of them are probably getting hurt. Us, we roughed it. We had tent in the bush, and even our kitchen, everything was out there in tents. Now they just put them in hotel rooms. But anyways, too bad about firefighting. Yeah. I was keeping an eye out because there was a bear here last time I was here. It must be that big bear. There's a young bear too, just a small bear. It must be from last year, just skinny, and he has big ears. I seen him about 3 days ago. Yeah, so they're both getting bold. That's no good. The kids on summer break, they're walking around and stuff like that. I hate to meet that big bear on the trail too, and he wouldn't get off the trail. But anyways, yeah, this is peace, and I'll see you later. Okay? Okay. Remember, you're awesome. Awesome, awesome. Woohoo! So, like I was saying before, it's just more like a practice run. Just getting familiar with what we got, like our microphone. See how it is, and get back into the camera. Stop being so camera shy, right, Robert? Okay. Practice our drone. Peace.